Alright, what's going on, boys? So today we're in the garage. We got Jeremy here. We are prepping for the snowmobile trip. In case you guys didn't see, we are going up to Eagle River with these things. We got the Arctic Cat in here as well. We kind of test ran these. We pretty much thrashed the nuts off of them, and
Oh, really? Well,
except for the ski, yeah, the ski loop is totally gone. So we got a couple new skis here we're gonna put on. We started doing that, so we got it off. See, the carbide's all worn down, wasn't turning. So these skis are Kimpexes. They have adapter plates on them and stuff. I gotta figure out how we're gonna get that on, but yeah, we're preparing for the trip. It's in 2 weeks time. I get new skis for this. We're change case oil in both sleds. We have the oil there, and we did put the MBRP race can on. It's awesome. It sounds so good, but of course it's got to be jetted for that. It was already kind of running lean to begin with. So the jet kit we're not going to do today. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow, just on my own, because that's going to probably take a lot of filling around and whatnot. So, but yeah, we're going to get these skis on. We're not going to really show us wrenching on it because we kind of just need to start getting this in order, getting it done. So we'll just show you guys what we do after we wrench on it and what we're going to do, etc. So like I said, right now we're going to get these skis replaced and go from there. The Arctic Cat will be a whole nother video. So, but yeah, we're gonna continue and
get into it.
We're really excited. There's a lot of snow up there.
Yeah. We get more too.
Yeah.
Before we go.
Just hoping it doesn't melt, because there's some warm days that could be happening up there. So
our luck.
Yeah. Hopefully. So yeah, we'll come back when we get these skis on in about 17 hours. All right. So we're getting the new ski put together. We did get the carbide on it. It was a little bit of a funny fit, but once we impacted the nuts down, it kind of sucked in. Yeah.
Sharp.
Yeah, it should turn really sharp. So obviously they're not as good quality as the originals, but I wasn't gonna spend $600 on skis on a sled that I paid like $800 for. So there's just no reason to do that. So, but we're gonna get it mounted, put the loop on. We'll show you guys what it looks like. Move on the other side. That side should be much faster because now we kind of know what we're doing. Yeah. So we're finishing up the skis. Got a little too happy with that impact and stripped the bolt.
Not like your old impact.
Yeah, we got this new impact, and I'm so used to my crappy old one that didn't do anything. So I stripped it out. Luckily, we had extra bolts, the Chinesium hardware that came with these skis. These aren't the highest quality skis, but like I said, I didn't want to spend too much. But they look really good. So this is the broken ski. You can see it's all broken, and this, in my opinion, this matters because the front of the ski isn't as stable and stiff. The ski loop broke years ago when somebody else is riding this, one of our friends, and he hit a tree with it. And then, yeah, and then we actually went riding last week, or something like that. I think it was last week, and it was super bumpy and powdery and icy, and this just finally completely came off. So I'm like, all right, time for new skis. You can see the carbides. This is actually the better one of the two. They're pretty chewed up. Yeah, we've taken these both skis off like 17 times already because we keep screwing it up. You can see this ski is really chewed up. This carbide's just terrible. It's no wonder it wouldn't turn. I've never really done a good job maintaining these things, but now that I only have 2 of them, it's a lot easier. So, but we're getting there. Alright, so skis are on. It was kind of a pain because they're like these universal skis. You can't find like a really direct fit. They fit fine, but it was just a real pain. It came with crappy hardware and all that. Now we're gonna go ahead and change the chain case oil. Jeremy will be back in a minute. We're gonna have to probably pull the can out to get to it. The drain plug is way up in there. Way up in there, you can't even see it. We're gonna prop it up. We're gonna run it a little bit so it gets a little warmed up in there. That's just what you're supposed to do. Warm up that oil a little bit, and then we're gonna drain it out and refill it. So, all right, so we were running this thing trying to warm up the chain case oil, and we found this. This idler wheel the bearing is just completely gone. We have no idea how long it's been like that, but we gotta take this all apart. We're gonna take tension off the track. There's 2 screws back here, one on that side. And we're gonna take it out, take a look at it, and see what the damage is. We can't really figure out if there's supposed to be 2 of these or 1. We think it's 1. It just seems kind of odd because a lot of sleds have 2. But we're gonna take it up. Regardless, it's gotta come out, so we're just gonna take it out and see what we can do. But regardless, parts are gonna have to be ordered, and we're gonna have to spend more money. So, or I'm gonna have to spend more money. So, fun stuff. All right, guys, it's probably gonna wrap up this video. Jeremy had to go home. He lives right next door. But we did get the axle pulled out. So this is the rear main axle on the track. It's still good. We were gonna buy a whole assembly used, which was way overpriced. The only damage on it is this little nick right here. But we're just gonna rebuild this one because we can still use it. It's not really damaged. We'll sand that down a little bit if we can. We got new idler wheels. We got this idler wheel. We're gonna replace everything because the bearings are pretty crusty. Obviously this was the failure. This is the guide wheel, and you can see destroyed. So I got all that ordered. It was like $50 cheaper than buying a new axle, but unfortunately that did put a hold on this whole thing. However, I will continue. We will get the new upgraded carb jets in there. We got the skis on. We'll change the chain case oil, which we were starting to do. We were running the track to warm up the oil, and that's how I found that, because I was looking at the wheels, and yeah, that's how I found that. So that's gonna be it for today. This will probably be a few parts. Sorry if it's kind of a short video, although you guys kind of like the shorter videos. Yeah, shout out to Jeremy for the help today. Really appreciate it. And yeah, we will pick this up tomorrow. We will get the carb jets in. We'll still try to change the oil by then. It'll be kind of more warmed up just from sitting in here. And then we will change those wheels, put everything back together when they come in, and we will start on the Arctic Cat as well, which all we got to do to this is skis. Yeah, skis and chain case oil. That's all this needs. So, but yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you guys are liking the snowmobile content. We got more coming. Hopefully we can get everything ready for Eagle River in time. But we still got 2 weeks. I think we're gonna be okay, provided there's no other issues. Don't forget to subscribe, join the Fox Pack today, hit the bell notifications to be notified when we do something stupid. Follow our Instagram at GrabberFox Off-Road. Follow our TikTok also at GrabberFox Off-Road. You can follow the Mustang account at GrabberFox50. Remember, life's too short to stay stock, and it's only legal if you get caught. Stay foxy.